So I put some oil on the end of this cotton bud, and basically I'm gonna rub it all around in the creases like this, round like this, rubbing it lightly. I don't want it saturated because I don't want it seeping into like all of the thread and the fabric later. So let's just make sure we do it lightly. Okay, I'm not going to do this light. Obviously, I'm doing it with one hand, so I'm not doing it properly, but I'm just showing you how I'm going to get into the crevices and stuff with the cotton bud. They're quite handy to use. Just got the idea from Andy Tube, showing you how to use a clean and service kind of really. The Singer 99K. His is slightly different. His is electric. Ours is a hand crank. One of the things I found really is handy as well is a pin, because you can get into the little corners like this to scrape, and also this part here where the thread goes round. The thread kind of gets in there. It's like a metal, I would say lever, and I just kind of flicked it round. There was loads of dirt in there, and it was the same for in here. The pin came in handy for parts where I couldn't get the cotton bud in, and also I was able to stab bits of dust and just kind of draw them out, so they didn't stay in. Also, I got the pin down here, because when you take the screw out here, you can move this along this little bit here. I just lift it like that and move it like that. So then I put the pin down this little bit here and pulled out a load of like crud, he calls it, like grime and stuff and dust. Just pushed it out and kind of pulled it out. I think when it falls through the bottom, it's into the base of it here, which I cleaned out earlier. So again, obviously that will need to be cleaned out at some point. But right now, I'm supposed to be getting on to working my tension, which is this button here, but screw. So apparently this smaller screw is the, what did he call it? Attachment screw. So the thing that kind of holds it together. And then this big one here is the tension adjustment screw. So I'm going to tighten that, because if I can grab my fabric, you'll see that the back of it is shit. The front is okay. That was the top thread I used, the top stitch in the cyan. But in the black, I used for the bobbin. So it's just very shit. I don't think you're supposed to be able to see the other colour. And also it's loopy. But the black one's pretty much straight, almost like it hasn't even like gone through properly. Same here. This is just another one, another side. So that's the back of the thread. So basically, when I've sewn, the back has gone like that because of this tiny little button or screw that needs to be adjusted. So I'm going to change it, and then I'm going to sew on a new bit of fabric to show you the difference. Apparently you're only supposed to turn it really small amounts, probably less than even quarter of a way there. So that's probably like from there to the top is like a quarter. So I'm going to probably turn it maybe just to the top there and see what that does. So I'm going to reassemble all these parts here. I could show you how I reassemble them actually, just with one hand. Hey, well, so this part goes back in like this. Yeah, this part goes there like that. This goes there like that. I'll get the tiny screw, and that goes in there like this. And I'll screw that on. Then after that, I'll put this bit on, put it back on, which basically will slot in like that. and the 2 screws that I've put in a little basket, bowl should I say, so I don't lose them. This one was this side. I like to try and put it in how I got it out. This one I know was that side because it has a little notch in it because it was tricky to get out because of the angle it was at. So if I lightly put it in, I could screw it in later when I've got 2 hands free. So that's placing those down like that. And again, I need to put this one in properly before closing it. So I might try and do that now with my left hand. I'm not actually left-handed, but I have improved my skills. I've managed to write left-handed now because sometimes when I'm lying down in bed, relaxing, my right hand was all caught up. But yeah, I managed to tighten that. And so I just wrote with my left hand and found it was quite neat. I could understand it. So I just continued. I thought, why not just learn both sides in case, I need it. So I've tightened that. I've realised now I've just put it back in, but I haven't changed the adjustment like a thing, but hey. So now I can either tighten it while it's in there or take it out or do it again. Let me think. If I can reach it, I might just do it. So righty tighty. So if I want it tighter, I gotta turn it to the right. So let's see if I can turn it to the right while it's still in there. Come on, little one. So I'm not gonna turn it to the top because I need to tighten it. I'm gonna turn it to the quarter of the left, so it's gonna be horizontal, hopefully. No, I think I'm gonna have to take it out again. Damn it. Naughty. Yeah, it's because I was talking, I got distracted. Let me try a smaller screw. No. Okay, I'm going to take it out and then basically, so that's how I'm going to put it back in. And then this part is going to slot this way. Like that. And there it is, back to normal. As you can see, it's shiny because I've oiled it. Okay, so I'll show you now. Probably I will tighten it and then show you some stitches.